We're going to be breaking down today the two most common mistakes I see Medicare beneficiaries make when they go into Medicare and they pick their plan for the first time. Before we get into the video, I want to break down who I am. My name is Chris Franchina. I'm one of the co-founders here at Policy Engineer. I've been in the insurance industry now over a decade, so I'm very familiar with the changes that happen to the Medicare system, and I completely understand that it can be complex. So it is very common. When you're going on to Medicare for the first time, you're getting a ton of phone calls, your mailbox looks like it's gonna pop, you're seeing TV commercials all over the place, and a lot of them talk about all the juicy bells and whistles that come with these Medicare plans. Things that original Medicare does not cover, your dental, your vision, your hearing, so on and so forth. You're gonna get marketed those all over the place, but I wanna make this really clear. Do not enroll into the Medicare plan solely based on those benefits or those bells and whistles. You wanna make sure you avoid these two mistakes first, all right? Then you can look at all the other bells and whistles and stuff. But the first thing I want to point out, first mistake I see made, is not confirming that all of your medications are covered by the insurance plan you're enrolling into. And I actually have an example on my screen here that I'm going to talk about in just a second. Make sure they're all covered, they're on the formulary, and here's how you can do it. If you don't already have a list, you're going to want to make a list. Write down all of your medications, write down the milligrams, write down the frequency of which you take the medications, and have that prepared. Whoever you're gonna use to enroll into Medicare, hopefully it's Policy Engineer, but whoever you're working with, make sure they know the medications you take, the milligrams and how often you're taking them, and make sure they know if it's the generic version or if it's the brand name of the medication, have that all written down up front. So you can not only confirm that they're in the formulary and they're covered by the insurance, but you can make sure you price compare as well. Not all formularies are created equal on Medicare. So the price for the copay, or the price of the medications is going to range widely when you go to the pharmacy, depending on the insurance company and the insurance plan that you have. All right, so get a list written down. Now here's an example. I'm going to look at my screen here for a second. I'm pulling up one of our clients that recently enrolled into Medicare and got an insurance plan. In this particular case, they have a Medicare supplement insurance plan. They have a standalone prescription drug plan, but sometimes you'll have a Medicare Advantage plan, sometimes you'll get a Medicare supplement plan. It just depends on your needs and what fits your situation the best. This particular client wanted to go with a Medicare supplement plan and a standalone prescription drug plan. But just looking at the range of options on the screen, and with this particular client, they're in a zip code that is very saturated. There's a lot of people. There's many options for insurance in that area. So there's 80 plus different insurance plans that are available in this area when you count all the different plan options. All right, so this person here, they take 6 medications, 4 of which are generic medications, 2 are brand name medications. The retail cost of these medications, if you were just paying the cash price, is very expensive. We're talking thousands of dollars. All right, so the 4 medications, between all the different insurance companies and the plan options that are available, the generics don't range, they don't range that much. And those are in formulary with most of the insurance companies. There's a couple that actually don't have the generic medications in their formulary, but it's the 2 brand name medications that I'm seeing over half, almost half, let's just say, on the list don't have those in the formulary. And these are big, common insurance companies that if you had a phone call with an insurance agent or you talk to that insurance company directly and they told you, hey, these are the benefits of the plan, this is what it covers, you might enroll into that plan, but not knowing, if you didn't get a list of your medications and give that to whoever's enrolling you into the plan, that list of medications, you could enroll into this plan without knowing any better. And next thing you know, you're at the pharmacy and they tell you that you're paying out of pocket for the medication. And in this case, it would have been a really expensive medication. Luckily, we were able to enroll her into a really cost-effective cost-effective plan that covers all the medications. They're all in formulary, even the brand name medications. But this just goes to show it ranges widely, even with the common insurance companies. So make sure they're in the formulary. Now, the next thing I want to point out, the other mistake that I see people make is not confirming that all of your doctors are in the network. before you enroll into the plan, and not just your primary care physician. If you see a specialist, if you see, if there's certain hospitals you want to make sure are in network, you want to make sure they're all covered. They're all in the not in the formulary, they're all under network, all in network with the insurance company. All right, so make sure all of your doctors are in the network. In this case, this client that I have here on the screen, they went with a Medicare supplement insurance policy. One of the big pros to a Medicare supplement plan, they take any Medicare appointed doctor in the entire United States. So this client in particular, she has 4 different doctors, 3 of them are specialists, and her primary care physician. All of them are in network. She has a Medicare supplement policy. She can go anywhere in the United States that takes original Medicare without a referral. She's open access. But let's just say she was going with a Medicare Advantage plan and you had a network. Well, in this case, it would be very important to make sure your primary and the 3 specialists are all in the network with this insurance company. That is a big mistake I see people make. Again, when you're getting things in the mail and you see the bells and whistles, it's very common to enroll into an insurance plan because the insurance plan looks awesome. You can see that it has dental and vision and hearing, and it has all the medical benefits, and it seems fantastic. But if your doctors aren't in network, you're setting yourself up to go to the doctor's office, give them your insurance card, and realize they don't take that insurance. So confirm ahead of time. Just like the list of medications, get a list of your doctors, write those doctors down, have the correct address that you're going to that doctor, going to see that doctor at, and give that to whoever is enrolling you into the insurance plan. So they have your doctors and they can confirm for sure that you'll have no issues when your insurance is in effect. All right, so those are 2 most common mistakes that we see made. Now, Policy Engineer, we have a lot of free resources I want to point out. They'll be in the description of this video most likely, but I want you to go to policyengineer.com/Medicare. We give a ton of stuff out for free. We have our Medicare 101 handbook. That's going to cover parts A, B, C, and D of Medicare, your plan options for Medicare. It'll cover some of the common changes that happen to the Medicare system. Then every single week, we're doing live events. We do our Medicare 101 events where you'll see most likely me on the screen going through the entire system of Medicare and the most common changes and what your plan options are. We want to help you get set up for success when you go into Medicare for the first time. We have other resources on there on the site as well, like how to enroll into Part B of Medicare, which if you have access to a computer, I want to point out, enrolling online is usually the easiest way to do it. You could do that at the Social Security website, that's ssa.gov. But we have a lot of resources on the website all about Medicare. You can go there, request whatever you need to get set up on a Medicare and pick the correct insurance plan. All right, if this video was helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel. We're gonna put out a bunch of content over the coming months, so stay tuned, you guys, and hopefully we see you on some of our live events.